Yo, what's up, everybody? Super two. Okay, baby, part two news review for this Sunday month, y'all, man. Breaking news, man. Breaking news, man. About Beyonce's show, man. Okay, rest one too. I think 11 of fans were injured in the in the type of bug freak out until they did until I think they did yeah, I read somewhere until I think Beyonce did show somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia, until they had the fan felt kind of like afraid of this type of incident bug had appeared somewhere in the concert to where I guess people were injured to where someone had suffered type of so I read somewhere I think like several fans had ran towards the injuries towards the stampede area until where I think so I read somewhere this fan was a 10-year-old girl had saw insect crawling, through the whole concert to where this insect was crawling and she felt afraid of the insect. And so I think the insect was a bug, so the fans felt kind of like scared of this insect to where there's a type of freak out going on. So the fans felt like they were scared of the type of insect. So I read somewhere so several people were injured, like several so I think fans suffered a type of broken leg or something, or rib or something, after he ran towards the stampede. So things kind of went kind of weird. I think I had a concert to where this concert was, a type of tour. How I think her fans felt like that this insect had crawled through the insect. How the whole thing went wild, man, to where the teen girl screamed at the at the concert to where they saw a type of bug, a cockroach crawling somewhere in area and so I read someone to the child and reported ran spark had thrown it on the escalator at the Vine City railway station as passengers crawled onto it. The stampede caused the escalator to speed up before coming towards a abrupt halt. One person suffered top of a broken ankle while several others transported to the hospital with cuts and scrapes, but yeah, man, I think Beyonce's show came a type of disaster to where Buzz, I think had a show to where the color was just appearing, the show to where this 10-year-old girl felt afraid and things came around. So yeah, I'm sharing a little art clip for y'all, so make sure you like, comment in, try some peace. Admire, take care, and peace.
And that is where we begin for you tonight. Good evening. Glad you're with us. I'm Cheryl Preheim.
And I'm Ron Jones. Tonight, Marta says a stampede at one of his rail stations right after the Monday night Beyoncé concert was actually caused by a very surprising moment. They say it started when a 10-year-old girl got scared by a bug and then screamed. And that scream set off a wave of panic that led to 9 people getting hurt. 11 Alive Doug Richards at the MARTA headquarters in Atlanta for us tonight. So, Doug, did MARTA say how they can prevent this from happening again in the future?
They did. They said that they expect to have more staff on hand during big events in the future at MARTA stations, and to have tighter crowd control when those folks are trying to get out of a venue. The panic that took place Monday night was caused by a person outside of MARTA's Vine City station, according to acting CEO Rhonda Allen.
There was someone, that started to scream outside of the station. She was startled by a bug outside, outside of the large crowd.
That scream, she says, started a chain reaction spreading inside the station, where she says people were already overcrowded on an escalator.
Imagine a group of people, kind of saying, "Hey, I want to get down, and so they kind of began to usher themselves down on the escalator.
Allen says the escalator had passed an inspection days earlier, but the weight and sudden movement of people fleeing caused it to speed up, then suddenly stop, throwing passengers to the floor who required medical attention. Allen told board members the transit authority would do better during the next big event by adding staff and better managing the flow of passengers onto station escalators.
We're going to have a more aggressive approach to how we staff these events.
And she says that getting extra staff typically means hitting up office workers and administrators who work at MARTA and putting those boots on the ground for events that have potential like the one on Monday. We are live at MARTA headquarters. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Whatever.
Man, Yeah, man, I guess the fans felt afraid. It was an incense to where the fans felt afraid until they was like, run to the whole escalator, man. But I feel it's a crazy news about Beyonce's show, man. The Beyonce show was appearing, not good to where they did. Yeah, I did video, a couple like days ago to where, Beyonce is, I think her dancers was robbed and how the whole thing went bad. But I feel like, Beyonce did a type of post show in Atlanta until a thing went bad to where I think, so I believe it happened, I think Monday until I think she did the show that Monday, and she, the whole family went crazy, man. To the whole family went crazy to where, they was like ran her over or something. But I feel like this a 10-year-old girl was, I don't know, I think she was kind of like scared to the point to where this insect was crawling. Yeah, I believe like cockroaches appearing at the show, for some way. I guess it's be how they, need to, ensure the fans that this insect might crawling through the crowd, But I feel like Beyonce fans felt like I think they were scared, was unsafe. I think her show was about, her, especially I think her performance show was, and how her show was went crazy, man. But yeah, I feel like Beyonce, man, I guess I don't know, I think the fans kind of feel like this show was interrupted by a cockroach, and how cockroaches can crawl on your leg, on your foot, everything. But I feel like cockroaches can be a type of insect to where the cockroaches can crawl like anywhere on you. But I feel like Beyonce fans felt like, they was afraid until so I think it led to several people getting injured and hurt, and so it's sad. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to peace. I'm out here. Take care in peace.